Before we jump into today's episode, I wanted to let you know that starting on July 10th and continuing throughout the summer, I am going to be hosting a series of pod chats in my Facebook group. I'm going to be talking to podcast hosts about their podcast journey, why they started, why they continue, the troubles and tribulations along the way, the brilliant ahas that they've had, guests, all of the good stuff. We're going to be talking about it all in my Facebook group, Start a Podcast UK. Come over and join the group at facebook.com/groups/Start a Podcast UK. Come and join the conversation. I hope to see you there. You're listening to the Mindset and Action Podcast, the place to be to grow and streamline your business. I'm your host, Donna Eade. Let's jump into the show. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody, for this mini Mindset Monday. And I have a lovely guest with me who's going to be with me on Thursday. So make sure you come and join us for a really fascinating talk. It's going to be a little bit out of left field for this podcast, I think, the conversation, but it's all around that mindset. It's all around you and your business. And I think you're going to love it. So make sure you come back and listen to that one. And welcome to the podcast, Nikita.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here with us for this week. Tell the listeners just a little bit about what it is that you do.
So I'm a holistic health, well-being and personal development coach, and my brand is called Journey with Nikita. So I take people on a journey from where they are now to where they want to be. And what's exciting about that process is often people don't know where they want to be, but they just know that they're meant for more. And I always felt that. I felt that I had more potential, more passion, more to do and to serve. And so this really stems from my own personal journey that I'm now able to share and impart with others.
I love that. I love that. And Nikita, everybody, is spelled Nikita. I always put 2 Ks in it when I'm writing it for some reason. So I thought if I do it, others might. So just 1 K. Okay. So today we're talking about the mindset block issue that, as business owners, we all get them. Sometimes they are ones that are one and done and we can get over them and move on. Sometimes they are reoccurring, new level, new devil kind of blocks. So Nikita, for you, what has been the biggest mindset block that you've come up against in your business so far?
So I never went to university. Instead, I went on a gap year, which ended up becoming 10 years. It was soul searching in India. I learned lots of holistic therapies and meditation and mindfulness, yoga, etc. So my biggest mindset block was that I never went to university. So I always felt like I wasn't enough. So to compensate for that feeling, I did lots of courses. As soon as I had finished one course, I would just enroll myself onto the next course. Hadn't even got the certificate through. And I'm like investing so much in all these courses because I thought that the abundance of certificates would equate to a university degree, which now I look back on and it's, not really necessary at all. But I had a fear of judgment. I thought that people would think, well, who is she? What does she know? Especially because the things that I talk about are related to the mind and the workings of the mind. So one of the things that I used to think was, I don't have a degree in psychology. What are people going to think of me? Who am I to say stuff like this? So I was doubting my knowledge, even though I had built up a wealth of experience and I'd, created so much impact amongst my clients. I still had imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I can understand that. So is this something that rears its head for you anymore, or is it something that you were able to kind of move past?
It is always there. It's always there in the background. And it's something that every time I think, okay, I've got on top of it, it's again, like you say, rears its head again. So it's something that I'm constantly having to work on. And how do I work on it? Through self-talk, positive thinking, and having to just be aware that that's not the real me speaking. That's an imposter. That's the monkey mind, if you like. It's not the real me. And actually, if I listen to it, I'm not going to take action, I'm not going to do anything, and therefore I'm not going to be able to really create that impact that I want to. So it's a constant, well, it used to feel like a battle, but now it's more like a kind of push and a pull, whereby I just have to console it, if you like.
Yeah, I get that. So for me, I'm wondering if there was any kind of cultural pressure there for you, because for me, coming from my family, I didn't have anybody wanting me, needing me to go to university. It was actually a self-imposed thing. And I went back as a mature student because I I had set when I was 7 years old, this is what I want to do. I want to be a teacher. I've got to go to uni. These are the grades that I need. And I started working towards that from a very young age. And when it didn't pan out for me, I exactly felt that not enough, like I failed, I'm not good enough, I've messed my life up almost. And going and getting that certificate to me was just like a bit of a, yes, I did it and I've got it and I felt great. It hasn't done me any good
Yeah.
because I decided I didn't want to teach. So I didn't actually need the degree, but I enjoyed doing it. And I felt proud of myself for doing it as a, single mum, work full-time university and bringing up a daughter on her own. It was a great achievement, but I never felt any familial pressures around university and what was expected of me. And I just wondered whether you had that at home as well, kind of impacting you in
Yeah,
any way.
definitely, massively, because it was a huge thing not going to university. It was like, well, did you not get in? Are you not good enough? Did you not get the grades? And it wasn't that, it was a choice. And
Mm,
people didn't understand how I could be, so risky because, back then, if you think about it, I mean, I'm talking about 20 years ago, it was almost a given that you had to go to university, get a degree in order to get a good job. Whereas now
mm,
we know that that's not true. A lot of people don't even use their degrees. And there's only certain professions which you really do need qualifications for in that sense. So for me, I was always looked down upon within my community. So it wasn't just my immediate family, it was my relatives, it was everywhere I went. And I mentioned that I went to India for 10 years, and people thought that I was sort of swanning off, I was escaping reality. And, I lost lots of friends in the process because they were doing the normal thing, the conventional route. And everybody thought that I was different. But what I was doing was following my calling. And that's
mm.
really what I inspire people to do now.
Yeah, I think it's very brave of you to have really followed your gut at such a young age, because I think when we talk about this on Thursday about how children kind of have this freedom because they don't sort of put that, they're not in a box yet, they haven't been put in a box, and you kind of fought against being put in that box in a situation where it wasn't just your parents that were expecting it of you, it was your wider family, your wider community that was just like, this is how it's done, and you broke that mold. And that's a brave step, but then to see that actually that then continues to impact you, because in the back of your mind it's like, this is what I was meant to do and I didn't do it, so I'm not enough. And
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy to think that you were brave enough to make the step, but then the subconscious mind still sort of sits there and goes, you did it wrong, you're not
Yeah.
enough. And it's so hard to kind of be in that space. And I think you've done an amazing job, and you've got a fantastic business and just a fantastic way about you that I feel like you really have kind of stepped into that calling of being able to bring those people that need you to you, in a beautiful way. So it was definitely worth it for sure.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about on Thursday, about how to show up and be true to who you are and use your business as a medium through which you can express your skills and expertise, but also your experiences and your personality. And that's called Dharma, but I won't give too much away. We can wait till Thursday.
Yeah, brilliant. Come back on Thursday, guys. We have a fantastic conversation. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, Nikita, and for being with me on Thursday. Where can people find you on the internet?
So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn under Journey with Nikita. And I've also got a website with a free 7-day guided meditation program, and that's journeywithnikita.com.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. I will leave that with you guys. Go and find Nikita. Come back on Thursday for our full episode together, and we will see you then. Bye for now. Don't forget to hit those stars and leave a review of the podcast where you listen if you found value in what you heard today. It's a free way you can help the podcast reach more people just like you.